Hello everybody. Okay, today we are making blackcurrant and licorice soap, and this is a fragrance from Scent Perfique. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. There you go. So I've used this one before and I've just got maybe a third of a bottle left now, and this is a really good scent. It smells just like blackcurrant and licorice chewy sweets. I don't know if you get them in the States, you probably do. You have everything, so I can't believe that you wouldn't have those. But here in the UK, they're quite a popular old-fashioned sweet. Anyway, the soap is made, so you can stay tuned to see how I make it. But here it is, finished. It doesn't look quite as dark as the last time I made it, but it does look nice. So this one I've used like a black grape mica from Mica Mama, and there's a bit of black sparkle mica, I think that was from the Soapery, and some titanium dioxide just for a little tiny bit of a white swirl. So this one soaps really nicely, you'll see in the video. Another fragrance that doesn't accelerate and doesn't really cause any issues, and it actually doesn't discolour as far as I'm aware. I've always coloured mine dark, so I've mentioned a few things in the video, so I'm not sure if it would maybe go a slight tan, but it doesn't really have any vanilla in it, so I don't think it would discolour if you wanted to just do like a plain, plain soap. Anyway, stay tuned and we'll get making. Here's the colour in the container that I've got. So I always colour this one a deep dark purple. I'm using black grape from Mica Mama here. And then I'm going to use black sparkle, which is from the Soapery. I've not decanted the blacks yet into my new fancy mica boxes. And then some titanium dioxide, which I've got here, which I will mix with a little bit of water. So yeah, my base is always a dark purple, so I don't know if it discolours or not, but I would imagine that it doesn't. It's not got too much like vanilla. It's definitely got the blackcurrant licorice. It actually smells just like the sweets. It's so good. I wonder if you get the sweets in the States. I'm not sure if you do. Blackcurrant and licorice are like a British staple and they are really nice. So anyway, let's start. So I'm going to pour my lye into my oils, and this is slightly warmer, like my oils are slightly warmer today than they were in my last video. And my lye is again the ice method that I showed in the last video. It's just such a blooming difference. Makes everything so much easier to make. And I'm using my trusty old bowl. There'll be a link for these bowls in the description. I do buy them from John Lewis, but I think if you've got a Wix near you and you're in the UK, you can get them from there. In the States, I have no idea if you can get these at all. Hold on a minute. So I'm going to stick blend to a light trace. Bear in mind when you watch me make soap on here, I'm generally always doing a water discount. It's very rare, if ever, that I use a full water in any of my soaps. Just because I like them to be ready a lot quicker. Right, so a little bit of TD in one of these. Not too much, I just want a slight white and then a little bit of water. A little bit of water in there. I think a piece of my ice has just gone into there, so we'll see what happens. Might be a game changer with the TD as well. It might make it go crazy, who knows. Anyway, I only want a bit because I just want a small swirl, and we're only making one loaf today. And then a bit of black in that one. And just going to put like that's about half a teaspoon of that. And I will just wipe my spoon in a minute. I'm just going to, actually I'll mix that in a minute. So I'm going to put my purple in, so I want quite a bit of this. I'm nearly out of this shade actually, I need to get some more. This is a good purple. I've probably got others that are just like it, but I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons in there. Remember, if you're making soap in the UK and you wonder how I'm just putting it in there, I'm allowed to go up to 3% with my colourant, so I know I'm not using anywhere near 3%. I'm just allowed to go up to that. So mine's the old Flexi style assessment, which are no longer available. I've been making soap for a very long time, so that's why mine are going to be different to everybody else's. Okay, that's the white. I'm going to mix the black. My assessments did have to get updated when everything changed, but I was still able to pretty much use what I always had. So only difference was the fragrance ratio changed for what I was allowed to use. Okay, I'll put those to the side a second. That white's going to thicken, I think, but we'll see how we do. And I'm going to put most of my fragrance in that one, a little bit in that one, a little bit in that one. Like that. So I'm going to stick blend this one. Such a good purple shade. You can see that. Pretty much can. Yeah. And the fragrance does not accelerate, even with a water discount. Seems to stay pretty fluid. Yeah. Okay, just need to give that a stir, and the white's thickening up, but I think we'll be okay still. I'll do the purple first and then quickly get that white in. Might as well, we should be alright. So, I'm going to start pouring this. Start pouring it before we lose the ability. Hold on. Okay, so let's get our purple in. Leave a little bit for the top. I've done slightly more soap butter in this batch than the last one because it's a little bit low, and this one I cut them thicker because this is actually one that I've made before and I'm just bringing it back, so I don't want it to be a small bar. I want it to be quite a decent size, so thicker bars. I'm going to drop this in first. Like a drop swirl, I'm going to swirl it with my chopstick. Just take a bit more of the white because it's thickening too quick. Chopstick. And then I need that white again. So it does soak very, very nicely. If you were using full water, then you would have quite a lot longer to play. So if you wanted to use it for really elaborate swirl, you could do that. It would be nice for a hanger swirl, you know. Anything you like. So kind of I think autumn going into winter it's quite a good fragrance, although you could use it all year because it's sort of, if you were doing like a sweetie range, blackcurrant and licorice, like an old-fashioned sweet shop range would be great. I do like themes, you know, themed boxes or themed soaps or collections of soaps. I do like that. One person that does that so well is Pure Rat Bag in Australia. We did a soap swap not too long ago and her soap's just incredible. But she's she mainly does like not seasonal, themed soap boxes, and hers are always just absolutely to die for. They're just beautiful soaps. And go follow her on Instagram because she's just incredible. It's like a blooming powerhouse, this woman. I've never seen soap like it. Well, I have, you know, you see lots of people making loads and loads of soaps, but hers are just so incredible to look at. I just love what she does, so big fan. Okay, so I'll put that to the side. So right, I'm going to try now. Hopefully we're all right. Yeah, that's thickened up enough. Okay, I like to do a very sort of deep texture on this. So I'm going to try, actually I've just left that a bit too long. Let's bring it over like this. That's it. It's fine. Okay. Just trying it. I was just looking at the picture from last year on my laptop, and I think I've pretty much got it the same. Okay. Right. That is blackcurrant and licorice. I'll be cutting this shortly. So stay tuned and we will cut it and see what it's like. So this one I'm going to be cutting thicker. So it'll be nice chunky bars. Okie doke, see you for the cut. Rightio, let's get cutting then. So as you saw in the beginning, this is the finished batch. And I'm cutting it a bit wider today because I want a nice chunky bar. On its side there so you can see what it looks like when it gets cut. So these, I like these to be about 5.5 to 6 ounces, and I like a good old chunky bar. These ones are not, it's not a test because I've already made this before, so it's a restock. So it looks lovely actually right off the bat. It looks pretty dang nice. I should probably get about 15 bars, maybe a few, maybe 14. They are big chunky bars. It's come out lovely actually, look at that. There's the top. On the other side. So if you haven't ordered from Scent Perfique before, you should try them. I don't know if they ship worldwide, I'm not sure. But they're really good actually. I very, very rarely have any issues with their fragrances. They generally don't accelerate. I have found that there are quite a few similar scents to the ones that I get from Gracefruit actually, but there's something about the Scent Perfique don't seem to cause any issues in soaps. There's maybe a few that I've tried that might cause a few issues. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but generally I never have problems with this company. They're very, very good. So that's come out lovely actually, liking that. And I'll give them a trim up to finish the bars. Beautiful. Really nice colour, that black grape. That's from Mica Mama again. Actually like Mica Mama probably more than any other supplier of micas for me in the UK. They're really, really good, and you get consistency with the colours even if you have not bought them from, you know, for a while, because I don't use micas that much anymore. I used to use them like a lot more than I do now, but what I'm saying is when I'm buying them, like restocking them, the colours seem to be sort of pretty much bang on each time. There's a couple of suppliers that I'm not so keen on, where I end up having issues with morphing and things like that. So I like that Mike and Mama uses these and shows it on the website what they look like in soap, and also does really good Instagram posts as well. They're actually listed as a supplier on my website, Handmade Soap Recipes.com. You'll find them, there's a link to them on there. So if you go to the website, in the description you'll find a link for Mike and Mama, so you can go and have a look at their stuff. They've got really, really lovely, good quality micas and cruelty free, so that matters. That matters a great deal. So these, yeah, happy with this. I don't know which one I'm going to do next. I've got some more of my autumn ones to make, so there's some pumpkin soaps, obviously have got to come out. So I've got a few different pumpkin scents to get through from Nature's Garden, actually, that I bought last year that I've not actually soaped yet. So stay tuned for those and we'll do a few. And don't forget there'll be blog posts to coincide with these videos if you want to see some nice pictures and things like that. I will be posting a blog entry just to let you know how it's performed in, rather than me speaking. Now, sometimes I forget certain things I wanted to mention in video, so doing a blog post as well sort of is helpful. So I think I've got 14 out of this. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 14, because these are cut pretty dang wide actually. I should probably change this gauge on this cutter, because they could do with being a little bit smaller. They are rather large, and yeah, maybe a bit too big. So that's that then. So there we go. That is Black Liquorice from Scent Perfique, which is the nicest one. That one's quite nice. So I love the swirl. Came out pretty, well, that's like a face, look, with his tongue poking out. Okay, that is Black Liquorice done, and I will see you for the next video. Hope you're all well. Ta-ta.